Well, good morning. Monday morning here. I just got to work about 10 minutes ago. It's 7 o'clock. It's a couple minutes after 7. And we have a scanner, so you gotta scan in. Anyway, I scanned in, and I got dressed at home. I'm doing all right. My foot's a whole lot better today. That's good to see. But yeah, as soon as I scanned in, guess what? Got a train coming back, and the Hot Wheel detector went off. Got a Hot Wheel or something. I didn't hear all the message, but so get right back to work and right out the door, and gotta go get my truck pre-opped and head up there to see the milepost 8 and see what's going on. Right back into it right away. I was hoping after being off a week I'd have a little bit of a break, but that's railroading. All right, I'm just happy to be here. I am just happy to be here, and very, very thankful that I can be. Well, okay, this is an empty car, and before I get started with that, today's Veterans Day. I am doing much better today than I was last week. Like I said, last Monday, if you watched that video, there's a link in this video's description to watch my last week in review where I derailed. So anyway, there's our problem. I said this is an empty car. Get the sun right up over here. What a mess. Yeah, that bearing's gone. And the locomotive is on its way up. I drove up in the high rail truck, the little high rail truck, and locomotive, we're going to pull this back to the harbor, and I'm going to follow him in case we have problems. But they'll grease that up. They got a hand grease gun. They'll put as much grease in there as they can, and go slow with it back to the harbor. It costs a lot of money to get a crane up here, and we don't have the lifting equipment. But I said all that to say this. Anyway, this is Veterans Day, and I certainly do want to say how, wow, this wheel's hot. Warm. It's warm. It's been in here for about a half hour since they took it out of the train. The train left, took it out, and he's up the mine, on the way up the mine to get loaded. But yeah, we certainly do appreciate all of our veterans. We're very, very thankful for all the service people who have given service to our country. You know, I can't say enough good things about our veterans and the people that are in the service now. It's just fantastic. I had 2 uncles and a grandfather in World War II, and my dad served in the Army during the Korean War. So there you have it. Anyway, thank you, Than. I know there's a lot of veterans that watch my videos, so we are very, very thankful for you guys. Okay, I don't know if this is going to make it back or not, but anyway, we'll see. All right, I'm going to get down here and get this switch thrown. Like I said, the locomotive's coming up, and what a way I derailed last Monday morning. We haven't derailed this yet, but hopefully we won't. We'll see. But that's where we're at. All right. At least it's not raining or snowing. We had a bearing up here one time go bad, and took it back in the snow. Walked it back. Okay. And we're thankful it's a lucky empty car. Going in to get the car That's a bag one. There's not much left. Years and years and years ago, I've tried. They make let me say this: when a bearing is new and it goes around and around and around, it gives off a certain vibration. Okay, in other words, it operates on a certain frequency. As that bearing wears, the frequency changes. Okay, so they make what's called acoustic bearing detectors for railroads, and you will, by the change in the sound of the bearings or the change in the frequency of the bearings, that acoustic detector is able to determine at an early stage when a bearing is possibly going to go bad. And obviously there's no bearings left in there, but you know, obviously that one's not giving off any frequency, but it will when the axle will, but the bearings aren't. But I thought we have an uncommon amount of bearings go bad here. Usually 2 to 3 a year, which is very high. We have all 16 miles of jointed track, which is hard on bearings. The joints much harder than continuous welded rail is. Also, we have an uncommon number of high degree curves. Curvature adds resistance, and it's harder on bearings than in tangent track. So anyway, that's a big topic, going over bearings, and we're not going to go over all that today, but just some highlights there. All right, guys down there, they'll get that car hooked up, and we'll take it back and see where we're at. Stay tuned. I don't know how well this is going to turn out. I'm shooting right into the sun. We're stopped at Bridge 9. We started out at milepost 8, going about 2 miles. Anyway, they're repacking the bearing with grease. It's a good idea. He's been going down pretty slow. So we got this far. We're going to stop at least once and maybe twice more as we go down the track to put more grease there. Try to do what we can. That's all you can do. All you can do is all you can do. Okay. We're getting ready to go. Wish us luck. We've got about 4.5 miles to go yet. All right, we're down below Bridge 10. We're still going about 7 miles an hour. And there's 2 guys on the front of the locomotive there by the car watching the bearing. Smart move. I did want to tell you also that jointed track is hard on bearings. What makes it even harder is when you have mud spots under the joints, where those joints are going up and down, up and down, up and down. That's hard on bearings too. And Lord knows we have a lot of mud spots under the joints. Okay. We're at milepost 12.5. Still going good. be stopping down here around the curve, down here coming up on our Mapletown ballast pile. Gonna stop and repack the bearing down there. So, okay, great. Okay, see what we got. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Stop here, they just got it all greased up. And that's a Brenco bearing. Some of our cars have Timken bearings on it. Some of them have the Brencos. Anyway, okay, we're doing well. Just got about a little bit over a mile to go yet. We'll be back. Anyway, so telling you about Brenco bearings. I said they're put together in Virginia. I cannot find anywhere where they get the steel to make them. So I don't know if it's Chinese steel that they're putting in those bearings or not. I do not know that, and I can't find that information out. The Timken bearings, again, you can't find out where that steel comes from, and Timken is now worldwide, so who knows about them. So we don't know if it was Chinese steel in these bearings, which is not helping matters at all if it is, or we don't know if it's US made, or I don't know. It could be, the steel could be made in Germany, or I don't know. Germany's steel is high quality. So is Japanese steel and Australian steel. But again, I don't know where the source of the bearing, the steel is for the bearings. But that's what we have, so. Okay, we made it back. No problems. That's wonderful. They got a chain hooked there to the high lift. The locomotive is cut off. They put it down there. So we're going to try to pull this car back with the high lift and get it into the shop. And this afternoon's project will be to change the truck set out on the on that car. We have more rebuilt truck sets over here to put under there. We do not have well, so we'll see. That'll be the project for this afternoon. Okay, very good. He's clearing the main. The big train's up the mine. He's just about loaded. So as soon as he clears here, I'm going to get off the rails. I got to go down to the crossing down there and get off. So we didn't hold the train up at all. That's wonderful. Okay, very good. And today's adventure on the railroad. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Another adventure, huh? All right. Have a really good day. And we certainly do appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. There we have it. Once he gets that pulled down there so far, then that high lift will come around on this end and push it into the shop. He doesn't have enough room to pull it into the shop. I've also pushed it in there before with my big high rail truck, but this works just fine. Okay, I got it in the shop, got the brake linkages disconnected, and it's ready to pull out. Pretty cool. Really came back in nice shape. As far as, I mean, from you know, well, very little more damage happened, is the way I should say that. So that's pretty good. Guys did an excellent job, and they'll pull this truck set out with the high lift. Get it outside, then put another one in. Okay, very good. Very good. How about that? Okay. That's the main train coming back. Wonderful.